Hey, it's JP,
Hey, I'm Dave.
and we're back.
Just us two this week, JP.
Yep, no special guest this week, unfortunately. We'll try and get someone next week.
Not too many interesting picks this week anyway, though, so I guess might have got a little bit bored anyway.
So, who wants to start us off? Or,
I think I'll let you start us off, JP, because I'm still a bit sick. Kind of lost my voice a bit yesterday, but yeah.
yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, Dave. And I hope
I'm
you
good,
can
man.
pull through this one. I hope it won't damper the spirits here.
I'm still high spirited. I wasn't last Thursday when I got sick though, and it was my birthday, and I had to stay in
Ooh.
bed sick all day. Worst
At
birthday ever.
least you got to stay in bed. I had to get up and work.
Spill.
God. But yeah, at the end of it, I got a special Fire Emblem announcement. Pick of the day. In this Smash Brothers installment, this little guy is also making an appearance. I don't know his name, but he's the Prince of the Sablé Kingdom. He's from the Game Boy game Carol no Tamei Kanwanaru. Okay. Translated as the frog for whom the bell tolls. That sounds like a much better name. Which was only released in Japan. Here's the trophy of the Sablé Prince. He transforms into a snake or a frog and unloads multiple attacks on any opponent he catches. Keep attacking your foes when they're trapped in his dust cloud. Okay, I knew nothing about this guy beforehand.
I actually knew of the character. I didn't know of the game. The frog for whom the bell tolls. What an awesome name.
Yeah, much better than the Japanese name that I can't even pronounce properly.
Yeah, screw that. Is it Sable Prince Sable? Hang on, or is it Sableye? I don't get how you pronounce it because of that. Yeah, I don't know.
So he does sound like a cool character, but yeah, I don't know. I can't get excited about someone I don't even know about.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What does he do? He transforms into a snake or a frog. That's interesting, I guess. The snake or the frog don't look too menacing. They look pretty friendly. They look like little Animal Crossing critters.
You reckon this could be a case of a character down the line?
What do you mean?
Well, he's got the kind of stuff that would actually make good for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I've heard of people actually backing him as a character because he's a bit retro, Japan exclusive, and yeah, he's got the right stuff for a playable character. Going back a fair while now, but I actually did like a retro revivals article thing where I actually researched on some likely candidates that Sakurai would go for. And I did consider this guy, but in the end I went with some others instead of him. But yeah, it's good to see him in as an assist trophy anyway.
Yeah. Is he an assist trophy?
Yeah,
It only
'cause
says it's a trophy.
look, you can see him in the game, in the first screen.
Yeah, I just thought that was hit. Actually, you're right. Yeah, he is.
And
I
then
actually thought they took a trophy and put it in a stage. Yeah.
no. Anyway, moving on to the next pick. Pick of the day. For the first time ever in the Super Smash Bros. Series, here's a Paper Mario stage. It's made of paper, so strong winds will blow it away. And he goes on to say, since the stage is paper, it transforms when it folds over and opens up again. This ship is the SS Flavion from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door.
It's another Mario stage.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's Paper Mario. It's not like if we'd got another Super Mario Brothers stage or Mario 3D Land or 3D World, I would be pissed. But it's good to see Paper Mario actually presented in Smash Bros. Once. And
Yeah.
This looks like the perfect way to do it because it's going between multiple Paper Mario games. It's
Mm,
like transforming.
yeah, I know. At first, when I heard about this, I was actually a little bit upset that it's just Mario, 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 Mario. But actually, when I read on and thought about it, it actually sounds like it'll be a much better stage than most of the others. Because we're also going to see a cool little paper transition, also, I'm reckoning.
Yeah,
Yeah, be a little bit more creative than the other ones. I don't know. I've never really played enough Paper Mario, but yeah.
neither have I. I've played a decent chunk of the Thousand Year Door. That's a good one.
Mm,
Um, I wonder if this stage, whether it just goes between those two, or whether, like, we might see a stage transformation from the original Paper Mario 64 and another one from, is it Super Paper Mario, the Wii one?
yeah, I think the Wii one is Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, so it'd be cool if it went between all four of them. Yeah.
Mm. Though, aren't the rest of those consoles? I mean, there's only been one Paper Mario on the handheld, hasn't there?
Yeah, but just because it is a 3DS stage doesn't mean it can't have things from, because it transforms into the Thousand Year Door, and that's from GameCube.
True.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, though. You would think it'd be more suited on a Wii U rather than the 3DS.
Yeah, I guess.
Mm,
I guess if they did it that way though, and they represented all four Paper Mario games, then the 3DS one would be the odd one out. People would
mm.
be saying, that's the one that doesn't belong. And obviously, Sticker Star, as much as people seem to hate it, that's the one that Nintendo wants to push, obviously.
Mm.
Yeah. I saw some people getting a bit too overly excited about this stage announcement, saying Paper Mario has a good chance as a playable character now. I've never really liked his chances, but what do you think, JP? Do you think he could make it?
I think it's the case of a Dr. Mario. It'll never happen again.
Yeah.
Now, I think we're at the stage where we're so close to the game coming out, it's very hard to predict who's left to come.
Yeah.
Because there's 1.5 months for Japan and 2 months for us. Who else can they reveal in such short little time? Okay, I love this one. This is actually kind of funny. Pick of the day. If you get caught in the boss Gallagher item's tractor beam, it will carry you away to the top of the screen. You can shoot it down, but it won't join you in battle for double the firepower. The reason why I like this so much is those villagers. I think Sakurai has caught on that villagers are evil.
Yeah, they're just like jumping for joy while DK is getting, yeah.
Another thing I noticed about this is it actually calls the Galaga an item. As far as I know, we have never had third-party items before.
Oh, really? There was no Metal Gear or Sonic items?
Nope, none in Brawl.
Interesting. We've seen, didn't we see the Gallagher thing in Pac-Man's trailer? I thought it was
Yeah,
like actually part of Pac-Man.
same actually. So I'm a bit curious about this whole thing. But yeah, it's
It's a funny pig, but yeah,
yeah.
nothing too interesting.
Mm,
I still don't get how the actual item works.
mm. I'm thinking you throw it on the ground or something and yeah, someone walks over it, but why would someone walk over it?
But why are there two of them? The Gallagher things.
I think one is the boss. I think the purple doobie is the boss. I think the one on the ground is the little alien thing, is it? I don't,
I
I've
got
never
no clue.
played Galaga. Have you played Galaga?
Nah, neither.
So we have no idea. We probably should have researched this before we did the pick. Yeah.
All right, on to the next pick. Pick of the day. Reshiram appears on one of the stages in the 3DS version. Zekrom and Milotic will appear too. It's close enough to the launch date, so I don't have to describe this stage to you, right? The design of this stage is based off the surroundings of someone's castle. So, for those who don't know, probably yourself included, JP, because you're not big on Pokemon. The castle is N's castle, and it was that's like where you fight the final boss in the game.
In which Pokemon game?
Oh, Pokemon Black and White.
I
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not sure why Milotic would appear.
yeah,
That's a bit of a curveball. I don't understand. Because Zekrom and Reshiram, they're the legendaries. Milotic is just, it's some Pokemon. It's not even from that region. It's from the Hoenn region. So,
yeah. At first, I actually thought this was a Pokemon reveal or another Poke, but then I read it again, and yeah, it's a stage. So yeah, I was a bit confused because you don't really see much, do you?
well, can you still get Reshiram and Zekrom in Pokeballs? Probably not. They're
Mm,
actually, they're probably stage hazards. You remember that
mm.
annoying Pokemon stage? What's it called? Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
Spear Killer. Yeah,
yeah. Oh God.
yeah, that one had the legendaries Palkia and Dialga,
Mm,
manipulating the stage on that one. And so I imagine Reshiram and Zekrom are going to do stuff to the stage in this one.
yeah,
Whereas Palkia and Dialga, they're now in Pokeballs, aren't they? Or Master Balls.
yeah. I have no idea who you're talking about.
I've got
I
one.
know one of the bosses from Spear Pillar is a Pokeball now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was
I don't
thinking.
know its name. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Sakurai's getting a bit lazy though, isn't he? It's close enough to launch date, so I don't have to describe it.
yeah.
Doesn't care anymore. He's that close to the release of the game. He's just lost interest.
I thought he was referring to that there was a Pokemon game coming out, and he was
What?
saying, I don't have to remind you of this.
No, no, no. He's talking about the actual, like, it's close enough to the Smash Bros. 3DS release date, so he doesn't
Uh,
have to describe the stage. We're gonna we're gonna get to play on it soon anyway.
True.
I guess it's good to leave some surprises. I like the idea of on the castle steps though. It's a good stage idea, and it's good to see they didn't just skip um skip the fifth generation of Pokemon in favor of the most recent generation, Pokemon X and Y. Like it's good that
Yeah,
we've still got something from Black and White as well.
yeah,
Because I don't think we'll get a playable character from Black and White though.
yeah, true. I don't see that happening.
No.
Unless Zelda gets a sixth rep, yeah, then Pokemon and Mario might get a sixth rep.
Yeah.
Because I think Zelda has one more last rep, and that's Ganondorf. But let's say they get Girahim. Actually, we should save that for
Yeah.
later.
Let's leave this for the end anyway. We'll just quickly skip through this last pick. Hey.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
it's back to you.
Um, what's up with this bomb? This looks like the stadium for the home run contest, but there's no bat. Once you touch the bomb, it begins to count down. Give it enough damage and launch it at the right time. Then once the bomb's countdown hits zero, it goes boom. Not only will the blast destroy targets, but it will also cause a chain reaction by using the shattered walls and bomb blocks, all of which contributes to you getting a high score. This is a new activity that combines the concepts of target smash and the home run contest. It's called Target Blast. Your final score is the total you rack up over 2 rounds. Of course, your Target Blast scores contribute to your global smash power too.
So
Notice anything about this?
I think it looks very Angry Birds like, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh God,
Like
it's so Angry Birds.
may as well just exchange the bomb for a bird and get it over and done with.
Yeah, yeah, true. Oh God. I'm actually a bit worried. I'm worried this could replace Target Smash because I kind of like Target Smash.
Oh yeah.
Now this combines the two, so I'm wondering, will there still be?
Hmm. That's a good point. Was Target Smash ever really that popular? I mean,
Uh,
people went crazy for home run contests trying to get get the most distance, get records and stuff like that. But yeah, the Target Smash, like something like this, is what appeals to people. Like, clearly, it does because of Angry Birds, where you're trying to blow stuff up and make it have a chain reaction.
I actually like Target Smash because it's actually been around since the beginning. So I feel it needs that nostalgia kick. And, and it's always interesting doing it with new characters.
Fair enough. Like I enjoyed it, but it was more just something to break it up in between like your classic mode.
Yeah, you're right. It can get kind of tedious over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually you kill yourself and just go next brawl. Come on.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I
What
still
were
don't
you going to say before?
just don't get how it works. Like if you're hitting this bomb, is it not going to move around at all? You're just doing heaps and heaps of damage to it.
I think it would work like home
Then
run.
how do you launch it then?
I think you do one final smash attack or something like that, and it'll just send it off.
So you can do every attack on it except a smash attack. As soon as you do a smash attack, it'll launch it.
Maybe an F smash or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's the interesting thing. You're right about that.
because like with the
Yeah.
home run contest, you got the glass walls
Mm.
to so you can knock it around a bit, build up the damage. We'll go back to what we were saying before anyway, because we're done with all the picks now. Your theory is if Zelda gets a sixth rep, then Mario and Pokemon could probably get one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I really don't think Zelda will be, yeah, getting the highest reps.
To be honest, I think all three series have enough reps. Like as long as Pokemon gets one more, probably being Jigglypuff. But I would love to see a Zelda rep in there. And we were saying before, JP, that there's the Hyrule Warriors Direct tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, they haven't actually said it's only going to be Hyrule Warriors, so we could get
Hold on. I actually thought they said it was only Hyrule Warriors on the Nintendo website.
I think they've just said it was a Hyrule Warriors focused Nintendo Direct.
Oh,
I'm not sure the exact wording, but
that's interesting.
it's not like it's still a long shot, but we could
Mm,
get a Smash clip at the end of it showing off a new Zelda character. Most likely being Ganondorf, probably with a reinvented moveset, or it could even be Impa or Girahim or a new character.
I don't think Impa's famous enough to become a character. No
Neither
offense.
do I. Just a lot of people seem to be backing her.
I mean, she could be an assist trophy, but that's about as far as I'll go.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if Zelda got a sixth rep, who do you think it would be?
this is saying that Ganondorf is the fifth rep.
Yes.
Okay. If Zelda got a sixth rep, my money would be on Girahim because he's the most recent and people know who he is.
I'm trying to think of all the
Um,
other ones that people have been wanting in Smash. There's a couple oldies like Vati. Uh,
yeah, he could work,
yeah,
though we've already kind of got our mage now in Robin, don't we?
yeah. Well, who says we can't have more than one? I mean, we've got
True.
plenty of sword users. I reckon they should balance it out with more
Yeah.
mains. That's another reason I want to see Isaac in using his magic powers.
I thought about it today. He could even use Digins or whatever they are.
Yeah, the oh, I don't know how to pronounce. Is it the Jin?
Yeah,
Pretty
I've
sure it's
always
just
called
Jin.
them Digins because of the D, or is the D
I think the
silent?
D's silent. I might be wrong. Okay, so if your theory is that the Mario and Pokemon series will both get an extra rep, I could see maybe Toad or Bowser Jr. as the only likely candidates for a Mario rep. And as for a Pokemon rep, some could argue that we might get a third gen Hoenn rep because of the new Ruby and Sapphire remakes coming out later this year.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
but yeah, I don't know.
I'm there with you on Captain Toad or Bowser Jr. for a Mario rep.
I didn't say Captain Toad. Just
It's Toad's already under Peach's dress, though, isn't he?
yes, but I mean, Toon Link drives the Spirit Tracks train, and he's still a playable character.
So he's gonna pop out of Peach's dress then.
He's still gonna pop out of Peach's dress.
Alfonso?
No, Toad's still gonna pop out of Peach's dress, and he could still be a playable character.
Okay.
I mean, you can drive as Lakitu in Mario Kart 8,
Okay.
and he still gets you back on the track. It's Mario. It doesn't have to make sense.
Toad would be a great character, but I kind of like Captain Toad.
Oh, I like Captain Toad too, but not only is he like too recent, as like
Yeah.
Sakurai wouldn't have thought of him when thinking of the roster maybe more than a year ago, but he's just a more boring version of Toad. Apart from like the gameplay itself, like I love the puzzles and everything of Captain Toad. Like what
Yeah.
would his moveset be? Walking around, not being able to jump, and and, and what?
He could blind people with the light.
Okay, and then what?
He could headbutt. I know he's kind of Toad is very generic.
Whereas like the original Toad could have power ups and stuff as part of his moveset. I've thought about it going back to New Super Mario Brothers. Oh shit, there's too many of them. Is it New Super Mario Brothers? New Super Mario Brothers U, the first Wii U one. Like where you've got Mario, Luigi, and the two Toads. The Toad could wear a propeller hat, and that could be his recovery move.
True.
Yeah.
Now I'm all for Toad. I think he's the only one missing from the Mario heroes that needs to be acknowledged. Yeah.
Or Princess Daisy.
She's a palette swap. Get with the times, guys. As
Could,
for Pokemon, I have a feeling he's been highly requested for a comeback. It's going to be Mewtwo. If there
Mewtwo.
was a sixth rep.
I'd love to see Mewtwo back. I just don't know whether Sakurai is the kind of person that would go back on his own decision because he decided to cut him.
Yeah, a lot of the melee purists, they're always going on how Sakurai cut Mewtwo because of time constraints in Brawl.
Yeah, that's just rumors and speculation.
I think that's a whole lot of hogwash too, but
Yeah.
it's obvious there's a huge fan base for Mewtwo,
Hmm.
and people want him to come back, and I think if the push is hard enough, it will happen.
The only argument is that most would say he got cut in favor of Lucario, the more relevant Pokemon, and very similar moveset. I mean, he's got the aura sphere that he builds up like Mewtwo's Shadow Ball. He even like stands and moves similarly.
Exactly.
So like, would you have Mewtwo and Lucario back in the same game? And is Sakurai willing to admit that he was wrong to cut Mewtwo? Because that's basically what he's saying. He's admitting, okay, sorry, I shouldn't have cut this character. You can have him back.
True. I don't know. Who else would make a good... I guess he could go for Grass to complete the trio.
Yeah, a lot of people reckon Sceptile is a good chance, being the grass starter of Ruby and Sapphire, the Hoenn region. And he stands upright. He could be a good fighter. He use Leaf Blade, and he could be a good one. And he mega evolves too, so just like Lucario and Charizard, so that also makes him a likely candidate.
But yeah, I don't think we're going to get any newcomers on the top three front.
Yeah.
It'd be very hard to call, especially with getting closer and closer to the release date. Because he said there aren't that many newcomer videos left now, didn't he?
He said they were scraping the bottom of the newcomer videos, but the fact that he said videos instead of actually saying the bottom of the newcomers, yeah, doesn't necessarily mean every newcomer is going to have a video. A lot of them might just be locked away.
But why would these guys deserve a video over someone, let's say, like Baby Bowser or Sceptile?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Another thing could be that I guess you could say a lot of the unlockables sometimes they're a bit they're clone characters, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
a lot of them are. You've got
Mm,
Toon Link, you've got
mm,
Falco and Wolf. They're both unlockable, aren't they? Um,
yeah.
who else? Luigi is unlockable.
Mm.
He's kind of cloney of Mario. Um,
He's been upgraded a bit in every game, though.
maybe the unlockables this time are still, you know, heavily clonish, and that would actually boost Mewtwo's chances being cloney of Lucario, and it would also boost Bowser Jr.'s chances being cloney of
Mm,
Bowser.
mm. Well, I always thought Bowser Jr., instead of using fire and stuff, he can use the wand.
The paintbrush thing from
Yeah,
Sunshine.
or wands, because they were like with the Cooper kids and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. But Bowser Jr. never got a wand, did he? It was
I don't know.
the Koopa.
Yeah.
It all gets very confusing. I still don't understand why all the Koopalings are in Mario Kart 8 and Bowser Jr. isn't.
Because it's all part of the law. You see,
Well,
they formed a mutiny to stop Bowser Jr. from getting it. We're gonna have to ask Tamazoid and Cage about that one.
anyway, I think we'll leave it at that. Till next time. See ya.
See ya.